Hi, here's another way to solve your replacement values problems without using the STOW function on the TI-84 calculator. Another calculator that you can use in algebra is the Desmos calculator. You've probably seen it before. Looks like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to work this example and see if our answers match the answer that we got in this video. So I've already written down this expression. We're going to skip ahead here and just find out what the answer that we got was. I'm just drawing a blank. I think we got -2. Yeah, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to type this into Desmos. So in the Desmos calculator, you have a keyboard. And so what we do here is we don't really do any storing of values. We just simply start typing the expression. 1 divided by A is 4. And then we're going to use our arrow key, and then we're going to type in an open parentheses to use this value here, raised to the B power. B is 3. Arrow down, plus A, which is 4. 4 times 8. And now we're going to close our parentheses. Minus B times the square root of 16. Well, B is 3. And we get -2. So there's a way that you can do particular problems in the Desmos calculator without using the store function. Now, in other problems where they're a little bit more complicated, like this one, you have a particular situation where you may need to use some parentheses. And parentheses are always going to be a good idea when you're doing replacement values. So let me just jot this down here. X equals -3, Y equals 2. We're going to go ahead and try this out in the Desmos calculator. I'm going to close that expression. And here I'm going to need a fraction bar, so I'm going to click on the division sign. Now, x is -3, and we want to do x squared. So here's where I'm going to use a parentheses to square that -3. That way, the Desmos calculator does it correctly. And then we're going to add 7 times 9. And then when we want to go to the denominator, we can click down there. And now this says -y to the y. So I'm going to open the parentheses, -y raised to the y. And then I'm going to close my parentheses there. So here's my y value of 2. This is -y to the y. Now, I probably did not have to do these parentheses here because that's inside the parentheses that I drew before. But if I were going to do it that way, I would definitely need for the squared term, oh, and I just erased everything. I would need for the squared term to be on the outside of the parentheses. So let me show you what I'm talking about. A better way to do that would have been to open a parentheses, type in a negative and then a 2, and close it, and then raise it to the y power. Raise it to the squared power. And the reason that it's the squared power is because our y value is 2. And then we're going to subtract 11. And I'm not sure if that's what we got in this particular problem, but let's check it out. Yeah, see, that's what we got. We got a -10.2857, and that's what we got here. Now, my question is, did he try to change that? Yes, see, he was able to make that into a much nicer looking fraction, -72/7. Well, the Desmos calculator will let you do that. over here to the very left in your expression, you're going to see a fraction bar with two white boxes separated by the fraction bar. If you click on that, you'll see the negative 72 over 7, or divided by 7. So hopefully that gives you another way to work those problems without having to utilize the stove function. Thank you very much. Appreciate you watching.